second Let's Play, not our second day. It's actually day 3 of spring. You can see some of my previous games there. I mentioned before that I'd never finished never played through to the plot end game because I keep starting over to min-max. So those are my previous plays, but this is us with our cute yellow, kind of a Charlie Brown shirt, isn't it? It is raining today. Tomorrow will be partially cloudy with a light breeze and some pollen. Because it's raining, we don't need to water our fields, which is nice. I'm going to take out our hoe and our fishing rod. And I'm just going to real quick do a circuit of the forest. I really need to clear some of this debris away because the wilderness farm, which is what we are using, playing with, is unique in that forage items show up that would normally be confined to the forest. Mushrooms, berries, things like that show up on the foraging wilderness farm. And that's why we brought our hoe. But you can't pick up those forage items if you can't get to them. And right now we can't get to those spawn locations because there's stuff in the way. There's all the debris that we need to... Oh, there's Shane. Let's say hi to Shane. I don't have time to chat with you. Oh, I did promise that I would state which mods I'm using, so I made a list. I am using Better Hay, which, I don't remember what that does. I think it increases the limit of hay you can keep in your silos because the in-game limit is ridiculously low. It's not even enough, in my opinion, to get you... It's not even enough to get you through the winter without multiple silos, and I don't want to waste land on multiple silos. I think they're unattractive in bulk. Oh, hold on. Shane likes those. Shane. No wait, it's Sebastian that likes those. I was almost... I give it to Shane. Shane might like them too. I had to look it up. He might. I can't remember. I misclicked. Hazards of fishing. I'm using Better Hay to increase the limit that the silos can hold. I'm using the NPC map locations that you saw earlier, where on my map I can see where everyone is. I'm using another one called Winter Grass. In the base game, whenever winter rolls around, all of your grass is just wiped out entirely. And you have to replant it come spring. I don't really care for that. It's expensive and time consuming to replant it all. But also, I'm a Texan from Texas, and it's just so weird to me to not see grass during the winter. We still have grass. I mean, the land's not covered in a blanket of snow at all times. So, winter grass gives you kind of winter colored grass. It looks dead and kind of blue tinted. And it's more realistic to me as a Texan, so yay. I have a Emily face reskin that's just meant to make her look a little bit more elegant and streamlined than the Oh, shad. Very nice. I have the anime faces for the boys. Which is, the portraits are, I'll credit the artists in the description. And then I have a new portrait for Shane, which was made separately from the anime portraits because Shane was not originally one of the eligible bachelors. He and Emily were added later in an expansion. I think I might also have a mod to add a bathroom to the house after your second house upgrade, but I don't know if I have it active, and I don't know if it works with the latest and greatest version of the game. So when we get there and do house upgrading shenanigans, we'll need to be careful not to accidentally leave our game. So we are fishing today because it is raining and because different fish show up under different weather conditions. Now, we are not very good at fishing, as evidenced by the fact that our little green bar that we have to keep under the fish in order to catch the fish is so tiny. So we're gonna have to get better at fishing before we can really bring in big hauls of fish. Goodness gracious, great hauls of fish. No, that was wrong. When I play this on my own, and I guess I could do it here and now, I actually turn the sound way up so that the sound effect to let you know that the fish are biting is something I can actually hear. And I might need to do that here because my hearing is just not good. There's visual cues as well. There's the bobber kind of. Different fish are harder to catch. Oh, there's a treasure chest, but we're not going to be able to reach it. Different fish are easier or harder to catch, depending on their unique difficulty levels. And a couple of the fish that I would like to catch are very hard indeed. So we probably won't catch them today, but it's okay because we're getting good practice and hopefully our fishing skill will level up. We're also getting a lot of trash. She's gonna purr for you guys. She's gonna purr for y'all. New record. Here's Leah. Let's go talk to her. I have a strong affinity for Leah. She is a starving artist, much like Elliot, actually. And she talks about food a lot, like what she should cook or make. But she actually does not have very much money because she is a starving artist. And so she really appreciates food gifts, particularly foraged food, because she knows how difficult that is to find. And right here at the beginning, we're kind of like her in that regard. We're literally taking food out of garbage bins. Speaking of, you have to be careful taking food out of garbage bins, because if somebody sees you and they don't approve of that, which is most people. Hey Willie, let's talk to Willie. Oh, see, there you go. Alex thinks garbage can is gross. Oh, if you weren't a girl, I'd ask you to play catch. So we could say, I'm fine watching you from a distance. I want to play catch with you. Or what's that supposed to mean? So we'll say, I want to play catch with you. Really? I guess I underestimated you. My arm's a little sore, but maybe next time. A lot of people don't like Alex because he's kind of a stereotypical jerk jock. I mean, obviously, his greetings to us have been kind of, whoa, we don't have a face. What happened? Where's our face? What's wrong with our face? Okay, there it's back. That was weird. I've literally never seen that happen before. I'm gonna go ahead and sell these smallmouth bass. And that's all for now. But a lot of the people, Alex included, in the town, are not, how do I say this? When you get to know them, they aren't always what they seemed at first, in terms of, oh, he's a jerk, or oh, she's stuck up, or vacuous. Nobody in town is just mean and awful and terrible. Just different. Everybody's different, and some of them, it takes a little bit more time to get to know. And I like that. I do. I like that a lot. I like games where people are nice. And I like games where I keep my face. That was weird, you guys. That was weird. There's a little cave there on our property, but nothing in the cave right now. That cave is on all the properties. It's not a wilderness specific thing. Although if it had been, it would have been appropriate. But that was in the base game already there. And it will become interesting later. There's still some blockage over there, a miner. Don't know what that's all about. And we'll do a quick run through the top part of town, because sometimes there's gatherables, and then we'll go home and go to bed. actually, I think there's one more thing we will do. Go back to our trusty chest here. And we've sold a horseradish, some sap, clay, a stone, and a wood. Oh, and these aren't what was sold, these are what was caught. That's nice. So horseradish, sap, clay, stone, and wood. We have not sold an onion, or one of these morels, or a leek, or a dandelion, or a daffodil, or an acorn. Nor have we sold a fiber or a coal. So let's sell one of each of those just to fill out the collections page. I don't know if all of those have a collections image, but we will find out. And we'll pick up our tools again, and then we shall go to sleep. We leveled up fishing. I thought we would. So we got some monies for forage items. For fishing items. Got a nice amount of money for fishing. Okay, so coal is under mining, and then acorns is under other. 520, not bad. We ought to go visit Pierre and buy some more items from his store. Some seeds would be nice. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. Excellent. Welcome to living off the land. Check for spring onions southwest of town where the river meets the ocean. Well, we have been, but that is still nonetheless good advice. Oh dear. So that was a crow. And now is as good a time as any to realize that we don't have a scarecrow recipe in our... Well, that sucks. So we need to up our crafting ability. I believe, but I'm not certain, that someone eventually gives you advice about scarecrows. Maybe it's that Living Off the Land show. But we know about them because we have played this game before. So we are going to go into our crafting, and actually we're going to go to our handy dandy chest, go to our crafting, and what can we make to level up? Well, we could, well, no, we couldn't make a field snack because we don't have the requisite items. But we can get them. So I'm going to put my hoe and my watering can in there because, again, space is at a premium. Hello, butterflies. There's an acorn. There's 2 more acorns. Alright, now we need some maple seeds and some there's a maple. Or sorry, I've been calling them acorns, pine cones. Now we need some acorns. There's an acorn. Okay. So we're going to go into our crafting and we're going to make a field snack. That's nice. go into crafting and make a field snack. So this is, what is this? Wait for my return on the dawn of your 3rd year, Grandpa. That looks like some kind of grave or mausoleum. Now we're very tired, so we're going to eat one of these nice field snacks that we've been creating. And that did almost nothing in terms of making us less tired. So, might be good to consider winding down for the day in terms of chopping down all the trees. But we can go over here and forage these lovely leeks and dandelions. And we can oh dear, we can't pick those up because our inventory is full. So let's head back to our house. And put pretty much everything back where it was. With a couple of exceptions. Okay. Haley's in the town square. I'd like to talk to her. I like Haley. Looks like our paths will cross, so that's convenient. I've decided I'm going to organize my clothes today. I have to throw out all of last year's styles to make room for new ones. There's an exclamation mark at Piers. A red mushroom on a chain. Please deliver it sometime today. That is literally impossible because we don't have access to red mushrooms right now. Elliot! Hi, Elliot! Hello, Anna. We're gonna say hi to Ella, and we're gonna say hi to George, and George gets a leek. Leeks are his favorite thing. We even got a little heart over his head when we gave it to him. Ouch. I meant to give Evelyn a dandelion. No. Oh, nice. Thank you, dear. Okay, so not her favorite thing, but she liked it alright. I think... Hi, Abigail. I think Caroline likes dandelions. No, she does not. She was like, no, 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 no. Alright then. Well, that's alright. We'll fix it later. So, we've got parsnips growing. We've got beans growing. The other options are cauliflower, potato, tulip, kale, jazz, and then we can start growing grass. Cauliflower takes a long time, so if we want to plant some, we kind of need to start thinking about doing so soon-ish. Potatoes and kale turn around real fast, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 1 tulip, 1 jazz, 1 potato, and then as many kale as I can afford. And we really need to figure out how to get our crafting up quickly so that we don't have to worry about those pesky scarecrows. Usually I don't have trouble getting my crafting up, but I think maybe it's because at this point I usually need more chests. I was waiting because I didn't think there was any need to rush, but I forgot about the scarecrows. So let's make some chests. Crafting. There's a chest. There's a chest. It's possible that we've got to sleep on it. It's been just long enough that I don't remember, so we'll find out, won't we? Alright. So we're going to plant a potato here, and the flowers here. Then we're going to go back inside and grab the mixed seeds. And we're going to plant those. We don't know what's going to come up there, but since they were wild seeds, they will be foragey stuff. Like leeks and horseradishes and, you know, maybe some dandelions. Okay, and our kale is going to go nice and in the ground here. And hopefully we crafted enough today to give us a level up in crafting. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around and I'm going to shake all the trees. We're just not high enough at a foraging level for the tree shaking to pay off the way I want it to. That's unfortunate, but it's all right. It's all right. Here's a leek. That's a nice pretty one. I bet George will like getting that. Or we could give it to Linus, but I'm gonna wait because Linus is easier to please than George. So I don't want to waste rare George items on Linus. Alright, that was nice. We talked to some people. Let's get a check on how much it costs to upgrade the house. We'll need 10,000 gold and 450 wood. That is a lot of both of those things. We need 300 wood to repair the bridge at the beach. So that's another thing to keep in mind. A lot of things want wood. And while it seems like we're rolling in wood right now, it will not always seem quite so easy. And of course we're tiring ourselves out, so that's something we have to keep in mind as well. Okay. So that's a negative on tree shaking being useful. I don't think we got a single seed. It will be useful later, but we're just low enough level right now that it's not. We have a little bit of extra time in the day, so I'm going to take this opportunity to organize my chest a little bit more. One of the really neat things that was added in one of the updates was this wonderful color coding system where you can color code your chests. So, our fish and fishing items are going to go in this nice deep ocean blue chest. This chest is going to be recolored a pretty spring green, and that's going to be used for spring produce and forage, like the wild horseradish and stuff. Oh, that's another ocean thing. Into the ocean bucket you go. This one we're going to color red for reasons that have to do with these other colors being reserved in my mind. So we're going to have a red chest, and the red chest will have, actually no, make that the burgundy chest. Well, okay. Red chest. I have a system. Surprising no one, I'm sure. This is the burgundy chest. And into the burgundy chest we put all the natural stuff that we've been clearing off the land. You will eventually be red, but I may need you for other things, so we'll just put you back into a neutral state. And in fact, we'll just go ahead and set that up now. This red chest is our presents chest. Kind of red like Santa Claus. So these are presents that I'm going to grab on the way out sometimes whenever we need to go to town. And I want to give stuff to people while we're there. That didn't take too long. And then we've got this extra one here that for right now we will make this attractive stark black color. And then we'll go to sleep for the night. Foraging went up, axe proficiency, we can cook a survival burger. And you know what didn't go up? Crafting. Okay, so there's not a craft. Okay, it's just here. So whenever, I think when you level up crafting, more recipes just show up. So we need to work on that. It's going to be clear and sunny all day. It is Friday the 5th. That's tomorrow. Ugh, there's another crow. Alright. To our valued JoJo Mart customers, our team members have removed the landslide caused by our drilling operation near the mountain lake. I'd like to remind you that our drilling operation is entirely legal. Responsible stewardship of the local environment is our top priority. We apologize for any inconvenience this accident may have caused. As always, we value your continued support and patronage. Morris, the JoJo Customer Satisfaction Representative. Dear Farmer Anna, I'd like to apologize for joking about your grandpa's old cottage when we first met. It's a really nice little house. However, you might need some more space someday. That's where I can help. If you bring me raw materials and pay a fee, I can expand your house. The first expansion I offer includes a kitchen. With a kitchen, you'll be able to cook recipes you've learned. I hope you're starting to feel at home in Stardew Valley, your local carpenter, Robin. You did not see it because I skipped the intro, but Robin makes a cute little joke about your house being a little dilapidated. And the mayor is a little offended. So we're going to sell the parsnip that was the Silver Star version. And it is Friday the 5th. And we are going to chop down some trees. Have you come to join us? So before we get too deep in this, what is it? What do you want? Okay, do you go right here? You come in here by the microphone. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Can you lay down? There's my couple. There's my couple. There's my couple. Alright. Yes, you are couple. We're going to leave behind in this tool chest our watering can, our scythe, our hoe, and our pickaxe. Just want trees today. The other thing that I'm going to do is, if there are seeds to be had, they are always when you first knock the tree over. There are not seeds to be found in the trunk of a tree, so we're not going to clear the trunks at the moment. Yes, you are very pretty woman. Yes, wish I could look at you all the time. Are you gonna hide your face now? Are you shy? Are you a shy boy? You're a shy boy. Cleared that one just so we could walk through the gap. How many field snacks do I have to make before we can make a scarecrow? This is wild. I almost think maybe I'm forgetting how to level up crafting. Like maybe I'm doing something wrong. But I don't think I'm doing something wrong. I don't think I'm doing something wrong. And I really don't want one of those crows to go after our beanstalks. Yeah, those were difficult to make. Yeah, I really don't know if I'm misremembering. You feel like I must be, right? Because advancement. As you gain experience, you'll discover new crafting recipes. Oh, I know what it is. You don't gain craft recipes from crafting other things. You gain it from gaining levels in the various skills. Robin would like to build a coop for us, and if you want to become a farmer, you have to use water until his crop is ready. We did that. Okay. So what we really need to do is what is it, level up farming? Mining? What do we have to level up? You'd think it would be farming, wouldn't you? Well, at least it means I can stop doing what I'm doing. Which is good, because we were almost out of energy. Probably should have spent today fishing. But maybe we still can. We've got some snacks. We've got snacks. Yes, we do. We've got snacks. How about you? I have no idea where that came from. Let's go fish. Yeah. It's raining. We should fish. We should fish. And we've got snacks if we need snacks. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I should have brought my hoe, because there's always a chance that you'll run into worms along the way and you'll want to dig those up, look for artifacts. But I forgot. Not what we wanted. Also not what we wanted. Alright, fish. It's another shad. We need the treasure chest. The trick with the treasure chest is to sort of hover behind them until they open. We got some coal. That's a nice present. Yes. We'll want those later. Those are getting long. Yeah, need to clip those. That's another green algae. Jack, why can't we catch any fish? Are you scaring the fish off? They're like, well, that's a big scared cat. I don't want a big scared cat to eat me. Well, that one's perky, and lost him. That was a hard one. Yeah. Glasses, yay! Where's Haley? There she is in her kitchen. Let's go talk to her. I spent all morning doing my hair. Now the rain can mess it up. One of of the neat little things about Stardew Valley is in the previous Harvest Moon games, you could often catch trash when you were... It's simpler to be friends with the trees. I don't have much to say. You could often catch trash when you were fishing. There wasn't really anything you could do with it. In some of the games, you could throw it in a trash can, and that was nice. Oh, there we go. Shaking a Tree gave us a... but, you know, again, there wasn't really anything you could do with the trash. Stardew Valley mixes that up a little bit. If you keep the trash that you find, you will eventually find some useful objects that let you turn that trash into good things, nice things. So that's lovely. Because it is Friday, there is a traveling merchant who has randomly generated items. I have new items every week, so make sure to come back. I didn't rush. Later in the game, I'll make a habit of every Friday rushing down here to check out her inventory. But I didn't rush down here today because we don't have very much money. So we can't really afford any of her stuff, which is a shame. That Highway 89 looks pretty. It's a painting for your house. The rare seed sounds interesting. And who doesn't like goat milk, am I right? But so we don't have money to buy anything today, but I think she closes at 6. I thought she would close her window, but she didn't. But the traveling merchant is nice, and I believe she comes on Fridays, and I want to say Sundays. So we'll see her on Sunday. I want to say Sunday. All right. So let's put some, but not all of our items in the various storage bins. Coal will go in that black bin. And axe, pickaxe, hoe, scythe, water, and then snack. And with that, we will go to bed. And I think we'll call it a night for the video as well. Okay, sure enough. Level 1 farming, watering can proficiency, hoe proficiency, new crafting recipe, scarecrow. So that's how we learned that. Good, I didn't really want to leave that on a suspenseful note. So I made 180 gold today. And we saved our game. Bloop. And with that, we are going to exit out to the title. So that was another Stardew Valley video. Thank you for coming along with me. My name is Anna Mardall, and I'll see you in the next play. Thank you. Bye-bye.